Hare Krishna, welcome to Python Algo Trading. Today we'll be talking on algo trading, financial instruments, and script master. So, what is algo trading? Algo trading is also known as algorithmic trading, or it is also known as black box trading, in which the trade is automated based on some conditions. So, it mainly uses computer programming or scripting. It simply uses broker's API to implement the trader's idea either using computer languages or scripting. For example, it may be as simple as they may be using a simple if condition to execute some trade. Example, if SBI price is less than 400, they may go for buying, or if SBI share is more than 500, then they may go for selling it. So it may be as simple as that. So the languages or scripts what they are using, they may be using either Python, Java or JavaScript or R, PHP, C#, .NET, etc. As I told, the implementation is mainly depending on the broker's API. So API, it is nothing but application programming interface, so which provides the functions. For example, if the client wants to log in, a function is required. Similarly, if the client wants to exit or log out, you need some function. Or if you want to place the order, then we need some functions. If we want to get some LTP values, then again we need some functions. All those functions are provided by brokers, that is known as the brokers API. And algo trading, it is not simple as I told, because it involves multidiscipline domain. For example, algo trading, it requires the in-depth knowledge of share market, data science, computer science, mathematics, artificial intelligence, etc. Technical analysis, machine learning, pattern recognition, neural networks, those concepts are helpful in the advanced stage. So steps involved in algo trading. Initially, we need to select the instrument. Instrument I am going to tell in detail in the next few slides. Instrument is nothing but what we want to trade. For example, I want to buy an Infosys share. That is an instrument. So we need to select either SBI or Infosys share or something like that. That is known as an instrument. After selecting the particular instrument, then we may decide the entry point or exit point based on certain rules or criteria according to one's own risk appetite. Then after that, we need to design or develop our own strategy, or we may select the known strategies that is available in the existing system. So after that, we need to select a particular broker and we need to subscribe for a particular broker's API so that we can develop our algorithm or strategy. Once the algorithm is developed, then we may go for testing. Testing involves minimum 2 to 3 steps. So after implementing our programming in any programming language, we may go for testing. So testing involves back testing, that is, we may be testing on historical data. The historical data may be 5 years, or it may be 3 years, or it may be 3 months, or it may be 1 month. So maybe say taking the historical data and test our algorithm based on the previous history, that is how the price varied, and what is the closing price, what is the opening price, what is the volume. Depending on all those things, we may develop our algorithm. So we need to get historical data from a broker or some other third party. Then after that, there may be some bugs, or we may not be fully satisfied. Then we may fix the bug or optimize our strategy. After that, we may be testing it virtually. That is known as the paper trading. Paper trading, it is as good as we are deploying the same thing on the live market, but without our actual money is involved. So that is, actually we are not buying it, actually we are not selling it. Then when we will be observing that in a computer program, if I buy so and so, if I sell so and so, what will be my profit and what will be my losses. That is known as the paper trading. Then once we are satisfied with the paper trading, then actually we may deploy our algorithm in a live market. So that is the final step. So these are all the steps that is involved in algo trading. Then what are the advantages of algo trading? First of all, we are implementing all those things on a computer. Therefore, it is quick. It can quickly place the order. So that is one of the advantage. Then accurately, it can execute our orders. That is second one. Then it is disciplined and systematic way we can do the things. That is, if someday I may not go for trading, someday I may not watch the market, but once if I program everything, so religiously everything will be happening systematically on a computer. Even if I am not even if I am not watching the market, automatically everything will be taking place on a computer. That is one of the advantages. Then there is no scope for any human emotions. Suppose if I bought one particular share for 100 rupees and the price is going down, and emotionally what we will feel, let us hold it for some more time and it may take the U-turn. That is the emotion, human emotions are there. And if I keep it for the long position, then because we are all intraday traders, it may go loss also. We may need to book loss at the end of the day. So that type of emotions are not possible, or that is what one of the advantages in algo trading. Then already explained, we can do the back testing and test our algorithms, and also we can do virtual trading, but that is paper trading before deploying in the live market. Then since everything is implemented on the computer will take care of all those things. The human supervision is not required, or it may be as minimum as possible. That is another advantage. Since human being is not involved, the manpower is not necessary. Therefore, the cost will also reduce. That is another advantage. Then what is expected is we may get a high profit with a low risk. That is expected high reward with a low risk. These are all the advantages of algo trading. Then coming to the examples, so Angel Broking is providing Smart API as a broker's API. So we can subscribe for Angel Broking, or Zerodha, they are also providing Kite Connect 3.0. So one of the brokers we can subscribe. There are so many other brokers are already coming into picture. Previously, the algo trading is restricted to the only the big traders. That is at the institutional level. Now, even the retail clients, they can also subscribe for the API, and they can also do programming. Even if programming is not possible, they can subscribe for the third party platform that I may be explaining in some other video. So coming to financial instrument, uh, any asset which is tradable in the live market is known as an instrument. So it may be any stocks or futures or options or mutual funds, or it may be an ETF, or it may be commodities, or it may be in currency trading, or it may be in bonds, etc. So few examples, we can trade SBI shares, that is SBI N, or we can trade in silver, or we can trade in Nifty future or bank Nifty options, etc. These are all the examples for financial instruments. So from the trader's point of view, it may be simply SBI N, but it may be not as simple as I told, because from the programming point of view, it is in record. So financial instruments, it looks like something like this. So in detail, that is a token, it will be having a token, it will be having a symbol, it is a name, expiry, strike, then lot size, instrument type, exchange or segment, tick size. So token for SBI it is 3045 in NSE, and symbol it is SBI N EQ. That is what the symbol. Name of the company is SBI N, and since it is an equity, there is no expiry date. Then since it is not in future, so there is no strike price. There is no strike price, and also minimum we can trade with at one, that is one share we can buy or sell. That is the minimum lot size. Then instrument, I will explain in the later this one. Exchange type, that is NSE, and tick size is 5. The meaning is 5 divided by 100, that is minimum in 5 paisa, in multiples of 5 paisa, we can trade SBI. That is what the meaning of this particular record or instrument. So this detail may vary from broker to broker, but more or less it is somewhat like this. It will be having the token, symbol, name, expiry, strike, lot size, instrument type, exchange or segment, tick size. Similarly, if you want to trade the Nifty future, one typical, this one I'm showing here, Nifty 29 July 21st future, the token is 53181, that's what the token. Name is Nifty, expiry date is on 29th 07 2021, that is the date, and since it is not an option, there will be no strike price, therefore it is -1, and lot size is 50, that is in multiples of 50 we can trade Nifty, and instrument it is future index, that's why FUTI DX. Exchange type is NFO, that is NSE futures and options. Again tick size is 5, that is 5 divided by 100, that is in multiples of 5 paisa we can place the order. That is the meaning of this particular record or instrument detail. So something like this will be there. So using this one only we can place the order, or we can buy it, or we can sell it. So where do we get all these details? We can find all these details in Script Master. So Script Master is a list of all tradable instruments. Every broker will provide all the tradable instruments. In Angel Broking, I'm mentioning the hyperlink dot trade slash instruments. So each one will be having their own formats, and the number of fields with respect to each this one, it may vary from broker to broker, but more or less the token and symbol, it is almost mandatory. Token and symbol together, it will form a key, a unique key to represent a particular instrument. So token and symbol, it is mandatory with respect to any broker. Then when I click on the link, so it will be in the JSON format. So for example, if I take this one, you can see that highlighted token 3045, that's for SBI, symbol is SBIN EQ, name of the company is SBIN, then expiry is not mentioned, strike price is also -1, that is we need to ignore that one. Lot size is minimum 1 share, we can buy or sell. Instrument type is not mentioned. Then exchange it is NSE. Then tick size is 5. Like this. It is in JSON format. I'll let you know all those things in detail in the next video. It's a very huge data, and approximately there are 89,000 instruments are available with respect to a particular broker. So I'll show you in the next video that, or in a short time I may be showing that one. So this format is not suitable for programming. We need to pre-process this, and we need to get this, all those things into data frame, or we need to store it in Excel or some other format so that it is suitable for our programming purpose. That is where the Python will come into action. The next one, what I am showing, this is an example from Zerodha, the instrument they are showing. So it is in the comma separated values, that is CVS format. We can open this one in Notepad, or we can open this one in Excel also. Again, this data we need to pre-process to fetch a particular instrument. So it is not that, what's that? I may be mentioning some broker's name and all here. There are many brokers are there. You can go to any broker who is providing the API for algo trading. You can subscribe to any one of them. So almost all those APIs are similar. It is not that like if you know one computer language, you can program in some other language also. It's as good as that. If you subscribe to Angel, then you can do programming. The programming will be similar to that of Angel in some other broker also. That is what I mean to tell. So now let us explore the script master in detail. So this is the script master from Angel Broking. So if I click on this one, there are around 88,830 scripts that are available with respect to Angel Broking. Here token is there, symbol is there, name, expiry, strike price, lots, instruments type, exchange, and tick price. Let us take NFO. So if I take NFO, if I select only NFO, you can see all the NFO instruments. Then instrument type. The instrument type, it may be future index, or it may be future stock, it may be option index, or it may be option stock. So like that, we can keep on exploring the things, we can filter it. Here everything we are doing manually. In computer or in computer programming, in algo trading, this is not possible. Out of 89,000 instruments, we need to trade a particular instrument that we need to select automatically using some filters and all. So I may be making another video separately on filters in my next video. Let us select everything now. We can search. For example, I want to search for gold M. Find next. Gold M. So it is an M6 instrument. The instrument number is or token is 229650 and name of the symbol is Gold M21 AUG Future FUT. The name of the instrument is Gold M and expiry date is 2021 0805. Then there is no strike price because it is in future. And gold M minimum 100 grams we can trade, that is the lot size. Instrument type is FUT commodity COM, FUT COM. Exchange name is MCX. 100 it is telling, that is what the tick size. 100 means 100 divided by 100, that is minimum in multiples of 1 rupee we can trade the gold M like that. Then let me explore some other example. Let us take BSE as well as NSE and also sort all the symbols. Then let us find Infosys share, INFY. Find next. This is Infosys share. The token is 1594. You can see here it is NSE and here it is BSE. In BSE it will be having a different token and it will be having a different symbol name, and in NSE it will be having a different token as well as the symbol. So token with symbol together it forms a unique key to trade a particular share in a particular exchange. So you can observe that the token is 500209. The symbol is INFI, that is in BSE. In NSE it is having a different one. So we may be exploring more on Scriptmaster later on. So exchange or segment type, it may be in BSE or it may be NSE or it may be NFO or it may be NCDX or it may be MCX or it may be CDS, like that. Different exchanges are there. Similarly, instrument type, it may be in future stock, it may be in future index, or it may be an option index or option stock, or it may be option commodity or often option currency, so on and so forth. They are different. These ones are there. So let us talk about disadvantages of algo trading. It is not that in any system there will be advantages, also there will be disadvantages. We have to see from both the sides. One of the disadvantages is everyone cannot go for algo trading because it is multidisciplined. Multidisciplined means, as I told, one should have a thorough knowledge of share market as well as the knowledge from computer science, the knowledge from mathematics, the knowledge from artificial intelligence, so on and so forth. One may not be expert in all those things. So it may be difficult for a single person to handle or go for an algo trading because it is multidisciplined. It may be very complicated. Then it requires additional infrastructure like high-speed computers with high-speed internet, etc. So it is critical to select the parameters. If we are selecting the wrong parameters for our algorithms, for our programs or for our strategies, then system may not work correctly. It may seems that it may be working for some time or a particular time or a particular type of instrument. It may not be working in general. For in generic, it cannot be applied for all the instruments or in all the time or like that, so on and so forth. It is very critical. System failure may occur that may lead to out of control or even it may lead to a huge loss. So any system we are developing, it should be for time being, it should not be 100% automated as per my opinion, because if the system fails and human being cannot do anything, then definitely it will go out of control and we may go huge loss. Therefore, always any system, it should be in semi-automated. That is what my opinion. And to implement algo trading, brokers API is very, very important. Without brokers API, we cannot do any algo trading. And in future, some of the brokers right now, they are giving it for free. In future, they may charge huge amount for API subscription. As I told, 100% automation is also not possible for all these strategies. That is one of the disadvantage. So these are all the disadvantages of algo trading. In our future video, we may be exploring more on Python from basic with various libraries, and we may be exploring more trading concepts and more APIs from a particular broker. Hope it is informative. Thank you all for watching. Please do subscription, and if you feel that there is some content, you can go like it. Thank you very much once again. Hope to see you all in my next video. Hare Krishna.